Hey guys, we're always talking about bringing the community together and what we can do to help each other. So in this video, we're actually going to spotlight two breeders actually for different reasons and answer a question that's, I don't even know if we're kind of suited to answer this question, but let's get into it.
Yeah.
Hey guys, what's going on? Flawless Exotic Creations, Will, Audra.
Hi.
Coming to you guys with another video this week. Different video. We want to show some appreciation and hopefully put it out there for our following and subscribers and hopefully shed light on another breeder, Sophia's Morse.
Yes. So we were blessed enough to receive t-shirts from Sophia's Morse. They sent us some t-shirts, really cool. And if you haven't followed them on their Instagram and all their different
everything's on the screen.
Social media, yeah, we'll show that. We'll pop that up on the screen. You need to go and check them out. One thing that, if you noticed on the t-shirt, on the back of the t-shirt, there's little footprints. And the one thing that really got me when I went to their profile on Instagram was the fact that Sophia is a baby girl that had passed away of theirs. Right. And so their business is named after this baby girl. So we just really, that pulled at the heartstrings and thought that was a really good way to memorialize and make it a family thing.
Absolutely. It definitely hits home when you make it about family.
Yes, it does.
And they messaged us and they sent us shirts, t-shirts, asked us our sizes and sent us t-shirts, which is really, really awesome. We actually have merchandise in the making for Flawless Exotics.
Yeah.
We have a ton of merchandise for Flawless Crested Geckos.
Yeah, we do. We have a ton of merchandise for Flawless Crested Geckos, but we're so indecisive about well, I wouldn't say it's indecisive. I would say I'm indecisive, but I would say he's like perfectionist, I guess, and I'm perfectionist too. So when you've got an indecisive perfectionist and then a perfectionist, like that causes us to like, okay, well, we got to get the right one and the right thing, and this particular and the yeah.
So definitely go check them out. Amazing Gildan shirts. The fabric is amazing. Audra loves really that. Good. I'm like, I don't.
He doesn't care about fabric, and I don't get that. All right, so poll time. Flawless Exotic Creations followers. A lot of you guys out there. I want my males and my females to chime in. Your men out there. Is it important to you for fabric choice? Because I know as a woman, fabric choice is like paramount to my comfort and to whether I'm going to wear something or not.
I'm gonna lose this poll because I'm not normal when it comes to that.
No, you're not. It's ridiculous.
I'm the person when it's 100 degrees outside, I'm wearing a full-blown sweatsuit.
Yeah, but that doesn't have anything to do with anything.
I translate that to everything in life.
He's ridiculous right now, because if I'm gonna wear something to bed, like would you wear your panties to bed? So that really doesn't count because it's just your skin and the sheet.
Yeah.
But like if I'm going to wear something to bed, I want the fabric to be really comfortable.
Right.
Really breathable. If I'm going to wear something to, I don't know, to work out in, like I need it to be sort of tight to hold everything in. You know what I'm saying?
I guess.
I don't know.
It's a lost cause. It is what it is.
I really think you're going to lose this one completely.
I
think even men, all the men are going to agree with me.
Absolutely, that's fine. I'm not going to say what I want to say.
What? What are you going to say? What are you going to say?
It won't work.
Go ahead. Tell me. Spit it out. Come on.
And the other main focal point of the video is actually, we got a question from Melinda over at Cuddle Time Critters.
Yeah.
So she's getting ready to vend
her first show.
And her question for us was, what should she bring to her first show vending? She's been to a ton of shows. We've actually met her out there at Tinley and maybe even at Schaumburg. I'm not sure. But we've seen her at several shows already at this point.
Tinley is the main one that I've seen her a couple of times. I don't know if she was at Schaumburg. Melinda answered that question
I know she
for us.
asked us where we've vending
Schaumburg,
but the question that she had was, what will we bring if, you know,
we were going to a local, like a local show.
Whether you will bring high end, low end, doesn't matter whether it's a local show or a big time show, a big event. And that's where we said at the beginning, we're not sure we're experienced yet to answer that fully. We know on Crested Gecko side, but on the ball python side, you guys know we don't vend with ball pythons as of yet, and we've moved pretty much all of last year's inventory without vending.
Yeah. So to kind of try to answer this question as best as we possibly can with our experience visiting with different ball python breeders at the shows, seeing what they've kind of got going on, and then obviously our experience with Crested Geckos, I think the best thing to do is what are your logistics as far as how many tables do you have? Do you have one booth? Each show is going to be a little bit different. For instance, we've been to shows where they have 6-foot tables, and then we've been to shows where they have 8-foot tables, and it's kind of like, what is going to be your show area, your surface area?
Right.
Because a lot of times, like for instance, with the huge show like Tinley, we don't have as much room as you would think. It's a huge show, so you got a lot of stuff there, but honestly, to pack in as many breeders as they do, you're vying for that less than 10 by 10 spot.
Right.
Now at Daytona, last year, our first experience with Daytona, we had an end cap. And we had tons of room, and we brought like 200 geckos.
Right.
And to discuss Schaumburg, you know, for Schaumburg, we had one booth, but it was a corner booth. So we were able to put 2 tables together. So a lot of that comes into play when you know from show to show what your setup is going to allow for.
Right. And then, so that's the logistics side, and then it's scale. You want to make sure, because there's nothing wrong with working a full-time job or having a full-blown career and then also having a hobby that you're trying to take off as a business. There's nothing wrong in doing that. We started that way. But you got to understand your scale. And scale is important because you need to know what your business can withstand. Can you withstand to... it doesn't matter where the expenses come from, but can your business withstand the expense of, over the next 6 months, you know, $6,000? And you're like, wow, where did that come from? Well, if you vend one show a month for the next 6 months, you're easily going to have $6,000 in expenses.
And that's on the probably
so,
lower side if you take anybody with you.
Absolutely. So you want to make sure that your inventory is there. Make sure you have things that you have on the chopping block that's not going to be, fundamental for you to keep. And you have to make sure that your collection is the number one goal to improve. You're always going to end up with byproduct going for some of the odds that we go for. But that being said, that's what you're going to end up bringing to the show. If you have a very, very small amount of space, then run through your head of what you're going to bring out, how many displays, how you're going to lay everything out. That way you can fundamentally kind of game plan everything for yourself, and then also know what programs you're working. It's impossible for you to kind of bring a little bit of everything because every breeder is not working in every program.
Exactly.
Therefore, you want to have your focus points. Some customers are not going to be your customer.
Yeah, they're just not, and that's kind of where I was actually going. You kind of took the words right out of my mouth there for a minute. So there are so many different breeders and so many different genes that not everyone is going to like what you like. And we said this in a couple of videos ago that your preference for certain genes may not be somebody else's, but there will be that group out there that is yours. So if you go to 6 shows across 6 different months, and that first show you go and everybody just loves what you've got, and you basically sell 80% of what you brought, you really killed it. But then your next 3 shows you go and that particular audience is just not your audience.
Absolutely.
You have to understand that there does need to be a variety of things that you're able to bring, but also you bring the things that you're breeding,
what you're known for.
Yeah, what you're known for.
Which comes back into play. how are you known? Are you known as a breeder? Are you posting? Are you marketing? Are you promoting? Everybody puts it on the lap of the promoter of the show to kind of get the show out there. But if you're going to take the time out of your week, your day, your month to head out to this show and incur all these expenses and pay the promoter to be at this show, why wouldn't you promote for yourself as well?
Exactly, because one thing that promoters, most of the websites have is, guess what, a list of their vendors that's coming to that said show. For NARBC, for instance, they put it up there. Repticon, I believe, puts it up there. Like that, they allow for you to put your website or one of your social media platforms up there, like a link tree, things like that. If you don't take advantage of that, I mean, that to us, like, that's part of our business. You need to use that as marketing. That is put up there way before the show even happens. So when people go to that website and they start looking at the vendors, and then they click on your website and they start seeing what you have, or on your Instagram profile, and they go to your Instagram profile and there's nothing really there, or you haven't put much effort into it. Versus someone who has put a lot of effort into it.
You have to apply yourself, because everything is on the line when you're talking about managing your business.
So it really makes a difference as to what level of marketing you're using shows for.
Right. So your scale, well, your logistics, your scale. What was the third one we was talking about? Logistics, scale, your availability. Your logistics, scale, your availability. So all those things, the totality of circumstances, and what you need to necessarily move, your pricing. There's a lot of things to consider. I wouldn't stress too much over what to bring. Your availability is going to be your availability, and you can't bring things you haven't created yet, so that really wouldn't matter. So if you have things available, and you have the table space, bring it. If you can incur the expense, if you can add an additional table to bring more. But I personally wouldn't be afraid of bringing absolutely everything I have available as a small breeder. But
if there is room.
If there's room, like Audra said. But at that same token, if you're putting everything out there on your table as being available, guess what you should be doing as well?
Putting it on the internet.
As being available as well. Yes. Take advantage of every opportunity.
Because the thing is both sides of the coin are important, right? So you've got your shows where that's a lot of times that's the first point of contact for a lot of people who enter the reptile industry. You are able to really communicate with these people on a personal level rather than just behind the keyboard, right? But the fact of the matter is that when you put it in front of let's say at one of the bigger shows, 10,000 people versus how many people across the world? When it's on the internet, I mean, millions.
So take advantage of both.
So you got to take advantage of both.
But we'll cap it there. We could talk about this, on and on and on.
Yes,
so,
absolutely.
Hopefully you guys like videos like this. If you actually want to send merchandise, you can send it to P.O. Box 1474,
Spartanburg, South Carolina 29304.
All right, we'll also put it in the description of the video. And maybe we'll do a video actually opening it up and showing off another breeder's merchandise as well. But it's Flawless Exotic Creations, Will, Audra, and we are out.
Bye.